Hey guys, Luke here, welcome back to Season 2, Episode 8 of my FIFA 16 Swansea City Career Mode. Now, last episode was a little bit of an annoying one. Now, we did get brought back to reality against Man United. They did give us a bit of a battering at Old Trafford. So, we went from thinking we're going to maybe destroy the league. We had a chance of winning, and we obviously got destroyed by Man United, who are out on top there. And they've got a little bit of a gap on the competitors, but not too much. Nothing that no one can make up, including ourselves. We're in fifth spot, which is a great position for us, but the board has asked us to try and get the top four. Is that, is that possible? Who knows? But we are coming against Everton. Also, we did have a, pretty okay win against Crawley Town. That sounds a bit stupid, but in the circumstances, we did have a pretty good come from behind victory in, penalty shootout. So, we weren't like super confident in terms of, we beat Man United or anybody, but we were confident in terms of we're still buzzing from winning a penalty shootout, which doesn't happen too often. So moving on to this Everton game, we were looking to try and hit back immediately in the Premier League. There's no excuses. At least like in the Crawley Town game, we were fielding like a second-rate team. In this game, we're fielding pretty much our full-strength side as far as I can tell, barring injuries and that sort of stuff. But Everton also look to be, feeling a half-decent side. There's some players I don't really recognise. I don't know Holgate, but yeah, it looks like there's a few youngsters playing. But in the end, it's still a Premier League side, and we're looking to just try and batter them, to be honest, try and do what Man United did to us, and that's what we've got to be doing. No, it's like Everton are a decent side in that. I'm actually not sure how they're doing in this season, but they should be like a decent side, and yeah, if we can beat them, it'd be very, very good for us. Now, Sigurdsson takes a shot here, and he shoots and he scores 1-0 after 36 minutes there. I don't know who did the final pass, but it was a really nice pass. It was a pretty long pass as well, so that was great work there. You can see we win the ball. I think it was actually Williams possibly won the ball, and right from the back, we're just passing around the back line, which nearly ends in disaster as Kone ends up getting a shot off there. He really should have finished at point-blank range, one-on-one with the keeper. Should have been doing way better than that. But he doesn't, and thankfully we go to halftime, the lead of 1-0, and Ashley Wins won the ball here, plays through a brilliant pass there, gets it to Correa, and Correa takes it around Browning. You can see Jagielka coming across here. What will we do? Will we square it? No, we don't. Correa blows it, and I'm pretty sure Icardi was going off his head. Oh, he's going off his head after it happened, but we're going to try and get a little bit of redemption there. Icardi ends up getting his goal, this time just in great position there, and after 75 minutes we've pretty much secured it. That's his 5th goal in the Premier League as well, so Mauro Icardi is doing very, very good, and here he is doing even better, winning the ball off Browning, and Browning brings him down, which leads me to believe it has to be a red. It has to be a red. Nothing other than a red. Although it is FIFA, and I have seen those things given as yellow cards, which is a bit frustrating, and off the back of that, that's probably one of the first times I've ever scored. I know I say this like every few episodes, like in terms of headed goals, but not from a free kick from that sort of position. I don't think ever in any FIFA. I'm actually finding it's way more effective in this FIFA than others. But 3-0 up, looking for a 4th, and Icardi scores yet again, and Icardi makes it 4-0. That's his 6th goal in the Premier League. So it is all but wrapped up, or not all but wrapped up, it is wrapped up. It is game over, 4-0. But Berahino here is for Everton. He's someone who we did look at signing last season. But Everton looking for a consolation goal. You got McCarthy, who's actually a really good player on this game. Gives it to Rodriguez. I don't know who it is, but he absolutely bangs it home on the volley. I couldn't believe it, but Leandro Rodriguez smashes it home. That's his 1st goal in the Premier League as well. So what a way to score your 1st goal in the Premier League. That was incredible. A great little pass there by McCarthy, and obviously a great finish. But as you can see, total domination from us. We had less possession, which is a little bit surprising, but shots on target, 9 out of 9 total shots. We have 100% shots on target, which is, that explains why we won 4-0. So, Sigurdsson picks up man of the match there. You can see we brought in Montero late. That's pretty much the role Montero is going to be using. Same as Isgrove. We've got wingers who aren't really any use on the wings. We don't play wingers, but they can just come on towards the back end of games and just run around a lot and cause havoc. And Valdez is back, which is quite nice. I'm not sure if he would have conceded that goal right at the end. But I can't blame Rob Green. That was a great shot. But yeah, Rob Green's been doing a fantastic job, but it also takes away that risk of Rob Green getting hurt and then having to play another sort of shittier keeper. Although I believe we do have some pretty good backup keepers. I think we've got the next one down is 73 rated, which isn't the worst for a backup keeper. But taking a look at all the players, you see Tremel was the one I was talking about. Carlos Eduardo actually went down in rating. He's only 27 years old or something, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, I thought it was very, very strange. But you can see Not a lot of players have gone up, but there are a few who have gone up by 1. Valdez has gone up by 2 this season as well. And Jay Fulton, keep an eye on him. He seems to be progressing quite well this season. Like last season, he went really well. I was actually going to sell him, but then thought he's actually progressing really nicely this season. So let's go ahead and keep him for another season and see how he does. And as you can see, he's progressing really, really well. Now, moving into this game, it is a Europa League game. We are playing against that RBK side. I can't remember. I think we might have had a draw or a loss to them last time, but yeah, Rosenberg. I believe they had some dude who was scoring these crazy goals against us. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was the number 15 just there. But yeah, we're looking for a bit of revenge. I'm pretty sure it was them having those wonder goals from distance, and yeah, I'm pretty certain it was them. Now, obviously, fielding a weakened squad just because of all the fixtures. See, is Grove on the ball here? I was talking about we don't really have a formation for wingers. In these games, we do, because we got a whole bunch of wingers as backups, so we need to try and utilise them best as we can. Neesgrove played a ball through to AU, but obviously was taken down, which results in a free kick, and we end up scoring from that free kick. So that was great work there, and it is Ayoze Perez who scores his 2nd goal in the Europa League. So Ayoze hasn't had too much opportunity in the Premier League, obviously, because Icardi and Coria they're just doing damage. They're doing work, absolutely killing it. So, they're not going to be the first choice player, but he was never brought in to be the first choice player. And, it was these sort of games, him with Gabriel, we're looking for them to be the difference. And, Ayoze has actually been a really, really good player for these Europa League games. So I'm very happy that we brought him in. And for $6 million, I think that's a great price for him. Now, Jack Cork finds himself through on goal, and that is a very weak shot there. And it was handled by their keeper with ease. Now, Jack Cork, once again, Jack Cork's he's another player who, I've said this before, like every transfer window, I think, sell him, don't need him. And then I get offers and I go, oh, don't sell him because I just used him as brought him on late or something. And he is our only out and out CDM player, so, defensive midfielder, I should say. So yeah, he does have a place in our squad. Whether it's the first choice, probably not, but as you can see there, they just hit us on the counter. There was some pretty poor defensive work there, and I think the keeper could have done a little bit better, possibly, but he didn't. And this Frederick, we'll just call him Max, I don't know how to pronounce his name, he ends up scoring the goal. Now Montero here leading a counter-attack of our own, and Gabriel, what can he do? Gets it out wide to Isgrove, and we've got an overlapping run. I think it's Jack Cork this time, but Isgrove cuts back inside, and he's got the pace. That's what he does best, cutting back inside, and he keeps making the run, finds the ball back to him, and he ends up blowing it wide, which is very, very annoying. But what can you do? He hasn't got the shooting skills. That's what I was saying about Isgrove. He's so good up until the final product. You think, oh man, this guy's a good buyer. He's very, very good, and then he'll just do something stupid, like completely shit. And then you're like, oh, he can't dribble or something. But I think his stats say he can dribble, which is a little bit weird. But you can see you're looking for a goal, looking to try and get in front. And I think that ball might have been intended for the player making an overlapping run, but Ayoze gets the ball. And what can Ayoze do? That's a great pass to Jack Cork. Gets it back to Ayoze, and that's off the post there. The follow-up, that's a great save by the keeper as well. So two chances there. Ayoze should have finished it initially, but the follow-up as well should have been finished. Now he brought on Kozak, I think, as well, just to be the bit of a target man, as well as Carlos Eduardo for Gabriel. So yeah, we've sort of switched up the tactics. You can see we're just piling on a lot of pressure, but we haven't really got that target man in the box, so we're looking for something there. Now Ayoze finishes it from a really weird angle. It's a really, really tough finish, that one. So I couldn't believe that one went in. We missed the one from really close hit and hit the post, but that one actually flies into the back of the net. So it was a bit of a strange one, but once again, you can see shots and the shots on target are really, really impressive for me. The possession as well absolutely dominated that game, but 9 shots with 8 on them on target. It just says we should be winning that game, and that's exactly what happened. You can say we might have got a little bit lucky in the end to have got a goal the way we did, but I don't think the other team deserved to have a draw, to be totally honest with you. Now, there are players leaving on international duty. As you can see, quite a lot of players. Now, that's one whole page. We've got Valdez for Spain. We've got Shelley for England. We've got a few Welsh players there as well, I think. I don't know if they were listed just there, but we have a fair few Welsh players who play for the Welsh team when they're playing. And moving on to the last game of the episode, it is back in the Premier League. Obviously, our last Premier League game was a smashing of Everton, and we're looking to destroy Aston Villa as well. I'd say Everton are probably a better side than Villa, so I can't see why we wouldn't be able to beat them. But see, Icardi was a man that they showed earlier. See, 6 goals in the Premier League season, so A fantastic start for him this season. I'm really happy we brought him in from Inter Milan, and only 7.5 million as well, so that's an absolute bargain. Rafinha gets the ball through to Cardi, and he beats his defender. I think it was Jolly and Lescott. You can see here they're going to try and bring him down, and they do. I think it's this Crespo guy, judging. Oh no, it's actually Lescott, and Lescott ends up on the receiving end of a red card after 15 minutes, and after that I was thinking, perfect, that's just what we need. And Sigurdsson was within inches of scoring a free kick as well. We don't hit them too often in terms of being able to put them straight into the back of the net, but yeah, Sigurdsson went very close to doing that, and he is by far our best free kick taker. He's got actually really good free kick stats. I just can't take free kicks in this game for some reason. But yeah, you can see they are one man down, but after 40 minutes they're still going, and hopefully they sort of tire out. That's what I'm hoping happens. Just after, you know, maybe 60 minutes or so, they just start to fade out. But Shelby makes a pretty good run there, and as does Rafinha. Can Rafinha finish it? No, he can't. That is a great save by their keeper. And at half-time, it is 0-0. A bit of surprise, but like I said, we're just waiting for them to tire out. Now, if it happens later in the game, they're already tired and they just go a man down. That's killer, but, you know, for them to be playing from 15 minutes in with a man down, you know, something's going to give eventually. They can hold on, they can play super defensive, and this might be the chance here. Rafinha through and goal, sweaties it over to Icardi, and Icardi makes a perfect run, and he scores his 7th goal of the Premier League season. So great stuff there from Icardi and Rafinha, and we nearly follow it up with a headed goal for Ashley Williams there from a corner. So, you know, now we're starting to get in the groove. We're starting to find ourselves making a lot more clear-cut sort of chances. But yeah, Davies plays a great ball through to Carlos Eduardo, who finds Rafinha making a great run. And there's the near post. Icardi scores his 2nd goal of the game there, 84th minute. So it's been a little bit of a tougher game than what I would have hoped or, you know, thought after that, you know, first 15 minutes or so. But, you know, in the end, we're starting to, you know, we've got the win pretty much. But they did pick up a late goal, so have we not got the win? What can they do? Nathan Baker, their centre-back, comes up with a headed from the corner, but, you know, it was to no avail. It was just a consolation goal in the end there as we pick up a victory. You can see not that dominant, surprisingly. They had more possession, even though they had one less player. We did have more shots, but we had the equal amount of shots on target, which is very surprising to me. But Cardi picks up man of the match for obvious reasons, 2 goals in this game, and he's had a really good game for goals. So I'm very happy for Icardi. And as you can see there, we are up to 3rd spot in the Premier League. So we're having a great season, and although Manchester United sort of humbled us, we aren't to you know, we aren't to be taken lightly. We are going to push for that title, in my opinion. Anyways, that's where the video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke YT, Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye guys.